You may be having challenges with their health. It could be family dynamics. It could be you didn't get that contract you thought you would get. It could be a business is not growing as you should. It could be handling, you know, difficult dynamics or difficult team members, coworkers, the projects are having lots of hiccups, difficult times. We all have difficult times at some point. How do you handle difficult times, difficult seasons? It varies for everyone, the type of difficult season that you might be going through. However, how do you handle difficult seasons, difficult times in your life? Please, in the comments, you can share where you are coming from. If you do have a strategy to handle difficult seasons, if you do want to share a difficult season you're having, please, and how you overcome it, or even know, please go ahead and share it in the comments. You can feel free to reach out to me as well. But we are talking for the next few minutes about handling difficult seasons. What's the strategy? Is there a foolproof strategy? And I remember a difficult season I was having. I was just after having my babies, I was back in the corporate world. It was quite a transition. And looking back, I didn't realize how difficult it was until sometimes I do reflect. It was difficult, handling work, coming home, just integrating all that. It did take a lot of trial and error. There's still a lot to learn still, right? And it was a difficult time, and your difficult time, your season may vary, right? And that doesn't make it any less difficult, right? If it's a difficult time to you, then it's a difficult season. It's just like, when we think about little ones, a lot of times in their world, this is a major issue. They probably didn't get the toy they wanted, or they need to go to bed. That's a really major issue. And as adults looking at it might say, what's the big deal? However, it's difficult to them. And likewise, all our difficult seasons will vary and we will respond differently. What is important, however, is to realize that difficult seasons, if they're not handled well, they can make or really break you, right? Depending on how you handle them. So it is important to have a strategy and approach that will help you to overcome this difficult season. And these are real seasons. You have a project with tight deadlines, but one of your workers gets sick. You might have a huge bottleneck with the supplies, the materials. What do you do in that situation? It could be somebody walks off the job. It could be, if you have kids, one of your children gets sick, or, it just varies so much. It could be you get sick as the owner, the entrepreneur, the CEO, right? Difficult seasons. How are you supposed to handle that? Is there a foolproof way? I don't think there is a one size fits all method when it comes to handling difficult seasons. It varies. However, I do know that generally, when you're going through a difficult season, it is important to pause to really assess what is happening. I'm always going back to assessing and reviewing what is really happening, what is causing this difficult time, what led up to it. Sometimes it's out of your control. Like if, something might have happened you probably didn't anticipate it was happening. There's sometimes things happen that are outside of our control. And it's not, we can predict and assess. We can, make forecasts. However, we never 100% know what's happening. We try our best to be innovative and proactive. However, the reality is that at times we are going to have strategies to really handle difficult times because we can't prevent them 100%. So assess what is happening. If you need to pause, take a time out. Sometimes it could be just taking a mental break from everything that's happening to clear your mind, to give you that rejuvenation, that refreshing to go back and really tackle it. It could be reaching out for help. I posted, I think it was yesterday, the day before, about the culture of secrecy. A lot of times, you're going through things and you don't want to share it. And I know there might be a lot of history with why you don't share or why you don't reach out for help. However, that culture of secrecy can break you, right? Because we were created to be needing support and in various ways. So it could be that you need to reach out for help in various ways. It could be talking to uh, a trusted friend or colleague, a mentor, or even, a professional too. So depending on what's happening in your difficult time, then you do reach out for help. Another thing is just help going through that reset process. It could be praying, it could be reading, different things, just resetting your mind and your situation, and then take action, right? If it's you have a bottleneck with a project, it could be, okay, can I get some temporary persons to come in to, smoothly end this project? Are there other methods I can source material? Sickness, just working through it. It varies again depending on the complexity and the dynamics of the difficult season. However, my thing is definitely not to throw in the towel, or even if you throw in the towel for, let's say, a day, not forever, right? Because the reality is that some persons will just give up. It's a difficult time. It might be compounded, more and more and more difficult time coming in, but you want to definitely have a way to really reset and to bounce back. Don't give up totally. And, these are real issues. So difficult seasons are real. We need to talk about them. We need to address them. There's sometimes I learn from other persons, in terms of how they handle their difficult seasons, some of the things they do, and that helps me. That gives me ideas as well, and strategies with how to handle difficult seasons. So if you are having a difficult season and you want to, you can share what is working for you, or, I'm sure persons will pop on to say in the comments to say what, give you suggestions as well. So difficult seasons are real, and I do encourage you to get the right support. Sometimes you're not even sure about the support you need, but if you start having a conversation, with someone else, you would be directed in the right right path. So do remember too that during difficult seasons, it is important to be, not only difficult seasons, all times, it's important to be careful who you take the advice and so from, because some persons might give you direction to go in the wrong way. So that's another thing. But difficult seasons are real. And do share in the comments. You can feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be happy to continue the conversation as well. So I'm signing off in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.